Launching the game for the second time. Here's this. Press help. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. I can't read all that in time. Interesting. Interesting. So it keeps this. I'm assuming this is when... Well, maybe I just haven't gotten to that part in the game yet. Data collected 5%? Is that like of this stuff? No, it's this stuff, right? So wallpapers, poems. Oh, am I gonna get these when they share their poems? I don't know what CGs are. Secrets and backgrounds. There's quite a few backgrounds that I'm not. Oh wait, no, these are the only backgrounds. These are sketches. Yuri's house, Natsuki's house. Outside of their houses, that would be these four maybe. Why are there 3 at the top when this is the first one that you get automatically? And then you, like, these are in order, but there's 3 ahead of them. The metaverse. When I think meta, I think like possibly 4th wall. So that might imply 4th wall stuff here, which happens anyways in this game. Alright, we'll play. Doki. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Man. It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I feel you. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature's all about. Right, it's always the festival. It's days until the festival. And then... The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Well, it worked for my character, so, you know, I think it will. What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. The bestest in the whole world. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Squiggle. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the events itself. Sayori had like that one moment of like articulating her point very carefully and then went straight to just cupcakes. Straight to the like spastic nature that she is. Anyway, we still... I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies an unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see a world through her eyes. Interesting. What? Hi. You don't need to be so close to me in this game, I'm sorry. I opened my eyes. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. Oh, man. Asters. I feel you, man. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Eheheh, Squiggle. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over your face. Wait, it didn't say face. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? Oh. You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. That face. It's always so funny. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend? Oh no, how dare I? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button the blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Squiggle. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. Oh, that's me talking. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Squiggle. It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed it sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. Why are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. What is this game? I don't remember this part being in it. Don't say that out loud. Squiggle. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ooh, it's not an ooh, it's an ooh. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons the blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better, Squiggle. Is Squiggle like, because there's no punctuation, is that like replaces the punctuation? Probably. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Hey, Squiggle. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. And it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Squiggle! Exclamation point. Now there's a squiggle and punctuation. Maybe it just replaces a period. I don't know. Asters, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. What, I can't wait to read mine as well? I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Of course, I gotta start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Asters. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have a suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Exactly. I get this guy like half the time. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Asters. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Are you sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid of experimenting a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. That actually means something. Monica's telling me to write the way I want to write, not trying to impress the other girls because she wants me. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. It's fair, honestly. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. Hole in the wall! Oh man, that show. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole to infinite choices. And in this world of infinite choices, I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. She's looking out of the computer screen. I'm looking in. I'm looking into their world and she's looking out of her world. By the way, there might be spoilers. I'm probably saying spoilers to the first game. I'm assuming you guys have seen the first game, or at least know what it is by now since it's been out for a while. So, what do you think? It's very freeform. Freeform jazz, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. I thought that was always a... Never mind. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I don't know if these are the same words used from the first game, but if they were, this is heavy foreshadowing. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Ooh, here it comes, here it comes. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll never get a big dark puddle of ink. You'll just get a big puddle of ink. Shoot, wait, that means something. That's from the song. That's from the song. Shoot. No, that's from her song. Whatever, I'll listen to the song later. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening, Squiggle. I'm gonna say no, I don't know if it's gonna cut me off, so Sayori next. ... Look at her eyes. I thought she was going cross-eyed for a second. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Asters. I love it, Squiggle exclamation point. Oh! You can right-click to get rid of the text box. Interesting. I had no idea you were such a good writer. For people who just want to see the funny images. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understood you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Easter's poem. That's something my girlfriend would say. This is giving me too many emotions. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Eheheh. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. You know what? I don't think she does. I think Monica does, though. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay, squiggle exclamation point. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. I'm already liking it from just the skimmed thing I saw. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad, I want breakfast. God, the foreshadowing. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Oh, she's smiling. Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. God, Sayori is like my girlfriend. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Eheheh. This was so much fun. Monica's the bet. What? Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Why did she say Monica's the bet? Well, I guess I look forward to it. I like Yuri more than Natsuki, so I'm gonna save her for last. That's my thought process. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, it's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for my tastes. Do you want to get smacked? Oh, it's not cute enough for your taste. I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Huh. Sorry, I'm just processing this. Because obviously the main focus is eagles can fly is the name of it because it's the line just above people can try, but that's about it. Saying that people can only try, they can't guarantee or something. Or they can't actually do what they say, they can only try. Or they can't be good people, but they can try. Alright, Jacob's Fine Destiny. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. See? Natsuki gets me. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things, it can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. Oh, I get you. You can try. While you may not live up to other people, you can try. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for the rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Game said you were all 18 plus. Don't make me question this. Yeah, guess not. I decide to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. That's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. I want to say a certain word right now. Ah, so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. I might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize from new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Finds her train of thought, it is as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, I have to read cursive. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. How does one flicker back at a light? I don't want to know. You know what? I've made an executive decision that I do not want to know. Knowing this game. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you so long to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Script. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Phew. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Asters. Really. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after. She is passive-aggressive. Why did they make her more passive-aggressive? But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Yeah, reading all of that was a bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? No, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come off nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Acers did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Acers liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Ooh, it's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Acers appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. They're fighting over me. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Acers started showing up. Ooh. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. There was an, sprite change of Yuri with different chest sizes, right? That's not something I'm gonna go back and check. Acers. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. That's the point I'm making That's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to Oysters. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Oysters? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be, I kind of want to go with Natsuki. Because last time, okay, Natsuki's rising in the ranks, and Yuri's kind of falling. So I want to say Natsuki, but I also want to help me. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Yeah? Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Easters. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. God damn it. That caught me off guard. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori's vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see, Squiggle. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. I'm sure that's absolutely true. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Aces, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I feel like that's being self-aware, that's how these games usually work, where you do certain things in a certain way in order to impress people, but that's not usually how the game presents it. It just makes you have to do that. But this game's really hammering it over the head. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Asters, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Eheheh, Squiggle. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. It's almost poem time and then end of the episode. Sayori, what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Asters, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Where is this plus? What is the plus exactly? Because I'm thinking that it stands for 18 plus. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. What are we doing? Oh, poem time. Okay. Crimson, Wrath, Captive, Fester. I feel like those four go to Yuri. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. No, it's not. I don't know. Who am I trying to impress? I guess Natsuki this time? Does Shiny go to Natsuki or Ribbon? Okay. Kitty. Vanilla. Pink. Anime. Bunny. I don't like this. No! Boop. Kiss? Suns. Playground. Precious? No! Strawberry. Donkey. Fluffy. Games. Silly? No. I was doing so good. Happiness. No. Joy. I got so many of hers at the end. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I'm gonna save here. And now I'm going to save into that slot. So this was an autosave, this was a save, and this was another one of my saves. So now that I've saved, here's new music. Dan Salvato. Oh, these are all made by Salvato. Cool. Pictures, what do we got? Oh, wait, am I gonna notice something? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Sayori's. Yes, it is Sayori's. God damn it. I know what that means. CGs. Oh, it's these things. Okay. I don't have any secrets, no new backgrounds. Oh, I have a sketch. New words when a smile says it all. Acquisition procedures. Select the word Doki Doki during the poem game. In Act 1, call Sayori for help during that scene. Oh. So by doing certain things, you get sketches. And these are sketches, these are promos. I don't know what promos mean. I have a side story. Trust Part 1 and Trust Part 2. I'll save this for another time. Maybe that'll be an afterwards thing. Anyways, this recording's been going on for 50 minutes, but there was a small break or two in there, so this should be fine. Hope this wasn't too long of an episode. I hope to see you again for the next one. I'm really enjoying this so far. It feels a bit different than the original, which I like, and there's clearly something else going on here with the whole, these people. I don't know what this is. But, yeah, I'm enjoying it. Hope you guys are too.